Have you ever looked at a logo and thought, wow, that looks like dog shit? Well, you're not alone. That's why I've taken it upon myself to revolutionize the logo industry by overcomplicating logos so much that they somehow become better than the original. Maybe. So let's start with this logo. It doesn't exactly scream urgency. I mean, it's just a nice looking, cuddly little panda. Great if you're making a bedtime story, not so great if you're trying to make people take action and donate. So, first things first, let's bring in a real panda, let's cut him out. But yeah, he's still smiling, and that's not really the vibe I'm going for here. So let's get rid of that smile. And draw in a nice, unhappy smile. There we go. Now the question is, why is he sad? Well, his home has just gone up in flames. So I'm going to color correct the panda to match the background, maybe blur the background a bit too. The image is looking a little too square right now, so I'm grabbing a second panda, cutting out the background again, and clipping a burning forest straight onto him. Beautiful. Now the original logo text looks super corporate, like very clean, very boring, so let's strip that away and make it feel more down to earth, more relatable. Since Shein doesn't work without its employees, and most of them are invisible because it's all done online, I thought, why not show how happy they are to be there? Interesting. I think there's a pattern here. I've picked this person, as she's probably happy, and what I'm going to do is select around her. So now I have a nice selection, and I'm filling her in with a nice blue color, because blue is supposed to convey loyalty, integrity, reflection, and wisdom. And yeah, let's color the table too. Now honestly, I'm kind of vibing with it the way it is, but I think it needs one last thing to push it over the edge. So I've created this long shape. I don't really know what it is, and I don't think that matters. What does matter is that at the end of it, I've slapped a nice big $2 on there, just to really hammer home the point that their products are ultra cheap. Okay, moving on. This just doesn't really look like a window to me. Much better. Now, to really make the brand feel more human, I think we need to feature the founder of the company. But not just a boring headshot. I want a photo that says he's playful and funny too. I found this one, but he's not looking straight at the camera, which kind of ruins it. But this one? Perfect. So I've cut him out and dropped him behind the glass. Although, hang on, that window doesn't look like it's on the ground floor, which means we're going to need a ladder. This looks like a lovely ladder, and let's warp it so that it looks like it's actually leaning on the glass. Here's a fun fact for you. CocaCola is the largest plastic polluter in the world, and I think that's something they should really be more proud of. So, hear me out. I'm starting with an ocean background, something calm and natural. So I want to make the ocean Coke. So I'm going to create a color layer and pick the color. And now I can clip it onto the water part and blend it in. So now we've got a literal sea of Coke. Before I decorate the sea, I'm selecting a portion of it and copying it onto a new layer so I can mess with it later. Now I'm grabbing a Coke bottle, selecting just the label, and copying that onto its own layer too. I'll make the bottle slightly transparent, and now let's get a bunch of them bobbing around here. To really bring it all together, I'm adding a nice, round sun. It symbolizes something deep, like, I don't know, a new day begins with a new Coke, or something like that. Right, final one. Because how are you supposed to trust a brand if the logo tells you nothing? There's nothing here that shows you what the product does. So I'm proposing a simple but effective solution, a before and after. Let's start with the before. Let's find some bad teeth. Holy moly, these teeth are awful, like actually making me feel a bit sick. So I'm grabbing just the mouth and isolating it. Now here's a nice set of clean white teeth. I'm doing the same process as before. Now I can split the two down the middle. Actually, I think I'm just going to remove the lips altogether. Let's give it a thick stroke. And a nice border in the center, and of course the before and after text. Thank you so much for watching the whole video. If you enjoyed it, there's a slight chance you might enjoy one of these.